Today's spirit messages from my teacup are coming to you especially for the people with the letter F in their name. So probably a first name or a last name starting with the letter F. There are quite a few F's in here, so it seems very important that I get this message to you if you do have that. Other messages of importance for people starting with the letter E, T, and definitely C. There is a mother energy here who has just passed, and I can see that you have just buried her. She is in the ground. I'm seeing mushrooms around. I'm seeing, you pushing a casket, just metaphorically. And her name may have started with the letter M, or that could just stand for mother or maman. She is spelling out let me go. It seemed like she went quite quickly because I'm seeing a gun, which typically means something happened really quickly. If not, it could actually mean died by gun. But I don't think that's it. I think it's more the quick starter gun, something that happened really fast. I believe she might have passed around Easter time because I'm seeing bunnies, so that could also represent springtime. So very close. It just happened. The funeral just happened. One other thing that I have to tell you about her is that she's quite witchy. So if she wasn't an actual witch, she exhibited, let's say, traits that would resemble a witch, either kitchen witchery, or she used to work with herbs and give you natural remedies to help your ailments. She took care of you. I'm seeing her carrying a tray. There's something that she's carrying, and it is a message that she took care of you. So that's why I'm feeling like a mother energy. Now, I said maman, so she could be, maybe her first language wasn't English. She has a sort of a rain cloud over her head, and I think this message is let me go, I'm okay. She doesn't want you to think that she wants to stay here. She's okay with everything, so do let her go. So if it is you who is having trouble letting go, that's just a sign for you that it's okay that she goes. Now the word let is here, but also E and T is really shining here. So there could be some initials E and T in there. I mentioned that she seems quite witchy, and she's also wearing a witch hat. Or she's got this very large pointy hat on her. She says, don't be sad. And she's mentioning a pet. Okay, so don't be sad. She's with this pet. I'm not getting any other information other than this pet, I would think is a dog, and it is leaning down, waiting to play with her. Its butt is up in the air, and the dog is leaning down and looking up at her with lots of fun. She also wants to say, because her passing was so quickly, is let bygones be bygones. That is a bit of an older expression, so that again makes it seem like an older woman. Let bygones be bygones. You may not have had a chance to communicate your issues with each other. So I hope that you're not feeling any guilt over it, because she definitely wants you to know not to feel that way. I've got some noises happening in my fridge. I'm in my dining room, quite close to my kitchen, and it's like she's rattling the fridge here. So that's a reference to her kitchen witchery, her expertise in the kitchen. She probably cooked a lot and was very good at it. This almost feels like the same story as the first woman, but I don't think it is. I think it's someone else here. It is another woman, and I can see her with lots of makeup on. She really did herself up well. So she was quite heavy on the makeup. She almost looked like she was an actress, and almost with like a little dimple here, a little beauty mark right here, or on her face, somewhere on her cheeks. She had something wrong in her blood. I'm feeling like something was engorged. Something was engorged with blood, and it almost seemed like it should have been burst. Something did burst, and that might have caused a big issue. So something within her body, in her blood, there might have been an infection, and it burst, and that's what sort of turned on the tap to move her illness into almost her passing. It seemed like, and this sounds quite graphic, but it seemed like it was gushing. It could mean emotion though, so it's either her blood issue or very big emotions. I'm seeing quite a big umbrella actually, and it feels like it should have caught everything, and I don't think that it actually did. But it could also mean rainy days as well. Heavy. The umbrella fills with water or fills with fluids, blood, even. I know that sounds graphic, but this is just metaphorical, right? But it just feels like it was overflowing, and it was just too much. She wants you to know that she is fine as well, that nothing could have been done. She looks like she's actually taking care of a young one now. So, in her afterlife, she is quite fulfilled. She feels like she is needed, and she loves this little one. It's almost a baby. I feel like she's over it, like over a change table, and changing this baby's diaper or clothing, and they're very close. Very sweet. I'm hearing lots of noises, and I don't want to say them, it sounds so silly, but like gitchy goo. So it's just a very cute noise. They're almost like baby talk together, having fun. Around there, I'm seeing some lung issues, so I'm not quite sure if that was the baby or if that was her, and filled with her issues. So I just want you to know that they're there together, and it's a very beautiful feeling, very loving. Lots of women in here today. There's another sea woman, and she's also very pretty and sweet. So here's a bit of a scene, and it is not as nice as the last few women. It is a male energy, and I believe that he might have passed by his own hand, and it was to the neck area, the back of the neck in particular, is where I'm seeing a cord. So I think you can see where I'm going with that. But you might have either found him or heard the whole story, so you felt like you were there. And that image is not leaving you, unfortunately. I believe that the I believe that the ambulances were called, and that they did try to revive him, and to no avail, unfortunately. I'm not seeing transport to a hospital, but I am seeing the heartbeat line. So I'm wondering if there was still some signs of life, and that was very brief or very faint. In that time, He wants you to know that's when he was floating up to, whatever you want to look at this. He's showing me as not necessarily an angel, but it does seem like he's a bird and a free bird. So when I see birds, it just feels like they're soaring. He went straight up. So if you are feeling like he will not go to heaven because of the way he passed, please know that in my tea leaf readings and my mediumship readings, I have never seen someone who has passed who has given me any information that I would feel like they are in a really bad place. Just the opposite, in fact. So I'm hoping that you feel some comfort in this. It really feels like he, almost his soul went into a beautiful dove or a soaring bird, almost like a swallow is what I'm picturing, but bigger. I'd have to look up my bird books, but it just feels like it's quite a fast, strong, empowered bird. This male energy, I'm seeing my knight in shining armor, so that can mean a couple of things. It can mean a love that you had or someone who you looked to as a knight in shining armor. It can also be a young energy or a brother energy. So that's what he's showing me, the knight energy. He was actually quite a smart person. If he did deal with depression or if he had other issues, drug issues, substance abuse issues, it basically was because he dealt with depression. Very, very smart, and just couldn't sort of turn off the negative feelings. I'm seeing my peace pipe in here, so that means that he has, reached a peaceful place. He wonders if you are okay with money. I'm seeing the fish around the peace pipe, and he wants to ask you that. He wants to make sure that you're okay with money. Perhaps he wasn't. He is showing me the mathematical signs, so although he was very smart, maybe there was an issue with money. And he's worried for you on that too. I have to say, he's not mad at you, but he's almost mad at a situation. He's giving me a couple of angry looks here. Not that he's angry, it's surrounding money. So there's a story to that. I think there's a family member involved with this, or someone very close to you, and he wants you to cut off that person, or he's acknowledging that you have cut them off, and that's okay. As long as you know that you are in the right, you've still got some ties to them though. You haven't fully cut them off. There's an X, and then there's also a ribbon, a bow tied here. So I don't think you've fully cut them off, and maybe that's what he's saying. You need to really take a look at this and make sure that you're not being taken advantage of with money. So I hope that when you come across this video, this means something to you, and this will help you, and in knowing that he is watching over you and really rooting for you. It's a sign where you can take this to empower yourself. Know that you are in the right, and know that you can deal with that money situation. If you need help, then ask for it, but it feels like you can do this yourself. He wants you to know that he's very sorry about the way this happened, but that it was inevitable. I just saw something bang on his head, so that doesn't sort of make sense with the fact that he possibly used and implement. I'm being careful of my words because I'm saying this on YouTube, but around his neck area. But I feel like there was also something wrong with his head. Did he have a lot of pain in his head? Was it his thoughts, or was it like an actual injury to his head? That's what I'm not quite sure about, but I'm seeing again that eagle has soared. He does not feel that way anymore, and he wants you to know that for sure. There's one other thing that he's pointing out. There are 3 people who are involved, not in his passing, but that he wants to communicate with you and another person. So there are 3 of you. It feels like you are all very close. It's almost like you're triplets. I know you're not, but you do have the 3 of you. It's like peas in a pod. You follow each other in a line. You have always followed each other in a line, so you are very close. So please do relay this to this other person if there were 3 of you involved in this relationship. And it doesn't have to be a physical relationship, it could be a sibling relationship or a very good friendship as well. But 3 of you that were very close. And one other message, which is pretty specific with him. If you have had a child, or if you are about to deliver a child, or just about to go to the hospital to deliver a child, I know this sounds funny, but he wants to be there, and it won't be anything weird at all, but he wants to be part of the birth of your child. And so I don't know if you were thinking of using his name in your with your child, but it doesn't matter. He just wants to be a part of your child's life and feels like he's going to be. So I think that's what he's going to get across. He's going to be there from day one and as they grow, if you haven't already given birth. He's giving me lots of hospital messages here, as if he was already there, or he's showing the future where he will be in attendance. If you have a song that you want to play at that time that is related to him, then that's a good sign for this as well. You might have a song together that's very important to you. He's very happy for you. Quite pleased. That's what I'm feeling. Very happy and quite pleased. So I'll just end on the note where he does feel like he will be a part of your child's life. And it's almost like he wants to be Santa Claus here. He wants to see growing up, and he feels like as if he were here, he would have been the one to play Santa, bring the presents. He knows he would have been a really good part of your child's life, and this is what he's really regretting. And so please do think of him, and at those times think that he would have loved to have been there. He's sending you lots of bouquets here. It's like mwah, mwah, mwah. He's sending you lots of gifts and lots of love and lots of bouquets. So he's going now, and he's thanking you for listening to this, thanking us for this opportunity, and he is sort of off into space, off into the universe, where there's just a lot of bright light where he can go and soar. So I know a couple of these stories had quite a bit of a very sad edge, but it is always a beautiful thing when we can connect with our loved ones who have passed and hear some messages from them, because they always are loving, that's for sure. Even if there were things left unsaid, it is a good time to know that our loved ones do watch over us. If you would ever like a reading with me, I do give readings, private readings as well. I never reach out to anybody to offer readings, but I do have them on my website, and please do feel free to connect with me there. I'd be happy to connect on a personal level and give you some more information. Thank you very much, and all the best to you. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.